Hey everybody, have you ever wondered, before you take an instrument flight and you're going to take this aircraft up into the clouds, IMC, that's instrument meteorological conditions, and there's some things in the cockpit you want to check out. Are these instruments working correctly? Do you have the right radio receivers and WAS satellites? Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Welcome to the Epic Flight Academy. This is the instrument rating course. I'm your host, Mike Thompson, and remember, to be successful in this course, there are 3 keys. Key number 1, watch these videos. We're so glad you're here. Key number 2, you must be studying Epic's online course and reviewing all the content in that course. And thirdly, please review all of this content one-on-one with your flight instructor. Now, what about that cockpit check? We refer to that in aviation as the ICC, or the Instrument Cockpit Check. Now, today we're going to walk you through that ICC technique, and we are so lucky to have with us a special guest, Kate Milligan, the instrument course instructor at the Epic Flight Academy. Hey, Kate.
Hi, y'all. Thanks, Mike, for introducing me.
Can you walk us through that ICC?
I sure can.
Cool.
All right, so to get started with our ICC today, you only got to remember 2 letters, Sierra and Charlie. We're going to be doing the super check method today for our ICC. So, looking over here on my right, we're going to start off with that S, that's Sierra. You're going to start in the top right corner of your PFD and check your communication frequencies. You're going to make sure that you have everything set from your ground, your tower, and most importantly, your departure frequency. Then going across that top of that PFD and going into your nav or your VOR settings, making sure that you have those appropriate frequencies as well. Coming down, you're going to check your airspeed, and since you're not taking off yet, you're going to check and make sure that that's 0, not showing anything, and moving into the middle, your attitude indicator, making sure that that's level and not showing you're in a bank or anything crazy. Blue above, brown below. Finally, going over to your far right and checking your altimeter, making sure that it's set correctly and it's 75 feet plus or minus your current field elevation. Going down, you're just going to go across all those soft keys on the bottom of your PFD there, starting with your timer. You have to check and make sure that your timer works for at least 3 seconds. Continuing across, your transponder settings, making sure that you're squawking your appropriate frequency. Your CDI source is selected and it cycles through, not getting stuck on one thing like your GPS or your nav1. Continuing to your PFD settings and putting in your options like your Baro 1, Baro 2, and making sure that if you're on a certain CDI setting like CDI 1, you can still read CDI 2 or 3 options to see how far away you might be from something. Finally, you're going to check your outside air temperature and make sure that it doesn't have too big of a difference from what your METAR was reporting. Now we're going to go over to our C, our Charlie, and we're going to start again from the top and make our way over and down. So you're going to make sure that your comms match what you put in on your PFD and then go across into that middle and have your preferred MFD data bar field settings. I personally prefer ground speed, distance, cross track, and ETE, as these settings really help with giving you good situational awareness throughout your approaches. Continuing, making sure that your nav functions again match those PFDs and coming down in the middle of your engine indicating systems and that they're all in the green and showing no red X's. Going across to the right, you'll see that it brings you over to our FMS knob, where now we are going to be scrolling through different pages of our MFD to make sure that we have everything else we need. Our next page we're going to is under our Aux tab, and we're going to check our GPS statuses for GPS 1 and GPS 2. We need to make sure that we have 5 green bars for our GPS signals, showing that throughout our flight, we're going to have that appropriate GPS signal settings that we need. We're also going to check our RAIM. We're going to inset our certain time and check that we have RAIM for the entirety of our route, and clicking that SBOS button on the bottom to make sure that we have our check for WAS as well. Scrolling over once more, we're going to check our system status page and make sure that our LRUs all show green X's. If there's any red X's, then that might be a potential no-go decision. We're also going to ensure on that same page that our navigation data bar field is current. If it is expired, then again, that might be a consideration, a pause for potentially a no-go decision. After that, on that last page, we're going to check our Annunciator Test. Make sure that we either hear audibly our Annunciator or see in our audio panel all lights, all solid lights. From there, we will go down on our MFD and go to our standbys, making sure that those are set appropriately and not showing any erroneous indications. And that's how we do our super check method, our SC on our ICC technique.
Whoa, Kate, that's pretty cool. So what are you telling me? We don't just hop in the airplane and blast off into the clouds.
No, of course not, Mike. We got to make sure that we're not going to be unusual attitudes in the middle of those.
And notice on the PFD, we have that S shape and the Charlie shape on the MFD, our super check method.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. Would you like to join me in our famous sign-off?
Of course, Mike.
Okay. All right, folks. We'll see you next time.